Honorable Speaker, the proposed Ebola treatment and isolation unit at Laikipia Air Base is part of the 23 similar units to be established in the country as part of our preparedness and response. This facility will jointly be run by the government of Kenya and the US government under the command of the Air Force Commander, the base commander, and the entire medical team of the Kenya Defense Forces working together with the Ministry of Health. This proposed facility reaffirms Kenya's position as a medical hub in the East Africa region with the capacity to offer specialized care for complex infectious diseases like Ebola. I must also inform the House that aspects of the matter relating to the alleged international health agreements and containment arrangements are now before court. Accordingly, and in keeping with the doctrine of sub judice and standing orders of this House, I will avoid discussing the merits of any active litigation. But I will, however, continue to provide this House with the government's public health position and preparedness status. Honorable Speaker, you also asked about the establishment and accessibility of the Ebola disease control and isolation centers. Honorable Speaker, the House asked whether Ebola disease control and isolation centers have been established in the country. And I want to say this. I hasten to add that there is a significant presence of Kenyans in the affected regions of both DRC and Uganda. Many Kenyans work in Uganda and do business both in Uganda and DRC. And two of our leading banks, KCB and Equity, employ Kenyans who live in that region. In addition, Kenya has approximately 450 specialized KDF officers and servicemen who are in DRC under the MONUSCO peacekeeping mission. Any of these Kenyans could be exposed and could require a quarantine and isolation facility back home in Kenya. The government has established and designated isolation and treatment capacity as part of our national preparedness. These include, I said, our national referral facilities, our county designated sites, temporary holding areas for points of entry, county isolation facilities. These facilities are being progressively verified for quality, for safety, and for readiness. And I want to reiterate that all such facilities are established for the protection of the people of Kenya and all persons within the Kenyan borders. They are not only foreign facilities, they are not for foreign facilities, they are not exclusive facilities, they are not facilities reserved for any nationality, they are public health assets established and coordinated under the authority of the government of Kenya. In the event of a suspected case, the response will be guided by medical triage, exposure risk, clinical need, and public health protocols. A Kenyan citizen, a foreign national, a refugee, a diplomat, an expatriate, or a traveler will be managed according to the same public health principles: safe isolation, testing, clinical care, contact tracing, prevention of further transmission. Our objective as government is to protect communities, to protect healthcare workers, and the country. When a case is detected, the safest place to manage it is within a properly equipped isolation and treatment facility under the controlled conditions. Finally, Honorable Speaker, you have told me to give guidance on the public health guidance. Honorable Speaker, any person who develops fever, headache, vomiting, diarrhea after recent travel to the affected areas or one of their community members after contact with a suspected case should seek medical attention immediately and report through the 719 public health hotline. Honorable Speaker, our readiness assessment gaps and resource requirements are all provided in this document, and I think I have provided the agreements, the documents, but just to conclude, so that I take questions from members, Honorable Speaker and members, it's very important, you play a very important role in the public health protection of our country. Misinformation during disease outbreaks can cause panic, can cause stigma, can delay health seeking and resistance to public health measures. I therefore request members of this House to support the Ministry of Health by amplifying accurate information, encouraging early health seeking behavior, supporting screening at border points of entry, and urging the public to use the official 719 hotline.